The Book of Esther is such a unique book, and one of many things to see in this entire writing is a unique reversal that takes place right in the middle of this writing, beginning with the king's celebration and then ending with the celebration of Mordecai. Mordecai and Esther first save the king, and then in the end save the Jews. How about the plotting that took place, Esther and Mordecai, to save the Jews? But then there's the biggest one, Haman in the beginning demanding others to bow down to him, and in the end being humbled, while Mordecai, whom Haman hated, is exalted in the end. And such a curious fact that's brought about in this book is noticing that God's presence is not made known in this text. God does not speak one time, and yet we can still see God's movement in this book, God's hand in this book. We can trace his footsteps and activity throughout this book. So despite God's absence and Israel's moral compromise, as we've seen throughout this book, a lot of drinking and things of that sort take place, God is still faithful to the promise that he holds to his people. And even though God isn't seen working, he is working behind the scenes, which proves that God really does work in the messiness and ambiguity of human nature. In the wise words of the Bible Project, we'll use the faithfulness of even morally compromised people to accomplish his purposes. And so the Book of Esther essentially encourages us to trust God's providence even when we don't see it working. And no matter how bad it seems, God is truly committed to redeeming his world.